So here we have the 1200D, which is basically a basic digital SLR, crop sensor camera, EFS lens, 18 to 55mm, 5.6, quite a basic camera, ideal for you if you want to do a bit of video photography but you don't want to spend too much money. It's a basic kit setup. If you're a beginner, this is probably what you want to start out with. You know, it's quite decent sensor on it, and you can capture some really good images. Let's move on to the next camera. Right, a step up from that particular camera is the 750D, which is quite a nice camera. They've increased the actual megapixels on this one to 24.2 megapixels. It's still a crop sensor camera. Basically, it easily shoots cinematic, full HD movies. It's a step up from the 1200D, definitely, because you've got extra dial on there and options that you can manually adjust things. Basically, it has NFC and Wi-Fi built in as well, so it's fantastic for anyone who wants to basically be uploading images to your phone and then from your phone to Facebook or Instagram. So this is probably a decent camera to go for. It's a little bit more money at £575 opposed to 300 and odd for the 1200D, but as with anything, the more you spend the better you get. Now here we have the new 80D, which obviously is fantastic. It's in particular really good because it's got a dual pixel Cosmos AF system, so it's really good for doing video in terms of pulling focus from the background to the foreground. Obviously it's more money at £919, and you'll get quite a decent frame rate at 7 frames per second with this particular one. I highly recommend this one if you're just looking for something that's a bit better than the beginner SLRs but can't afford the more pro ones. Then we move on to the semi-pro body, which is the Canon EOS 7D Mark II. I actually used the 7D original camera myself, and I think it's a fantastic camera. This particular one, the 7D Mark II, has better low light performance than the previous two do, and you get 10 frames per second shooting. It's more geared towards stills than the actual 80D is, because the 80D is probably better at video, but you can still do video on the 7D Mark II, but obviously it doesn't have Wi-Fi built in because it's got a special metal body that gives it more protection. But the problem is when you have a body that's more durable and it's got better materials to protect it, it stops the Wi-Fi signal coming through the body. So obviously that's the compromise you've got to decide. Do you want Wi-Fi and the ability to upload to your phone, or are you happy to have something more durable? Because obviously you will get some, because obviously with the 7D a lot of it will be weather sealed, and there'll be like gaskets on the actual buttons to you know, make it water resistant. So the 7D, price wise, you're looking at £1,159 on Amazon, which obviously is a bit more expensive than the 80D, but it is classed as a semi-pro body and it is better weather sealed than the 80D is. Right, one other camera I want to discuss is the Canon EOS 5D Mark III. Basically it's a full frame camera, actually selling for £2,129 as of April 2017. Obviously I think Canon have reduced the price because obviously the Mark IV is around £3,000 at present pricing, and basically it's a fantastic camera if you need full frame and you're interested in doing weddings, anything that requires something that can capture pictures in low light, this is the camera you want to go for. Obviously it lacks high frames per second. Now this can only do 6 frames per second, but its ISO range is quite high, ranging from 100 to 256,000 ISO, which can be expanded to 512,000. If you wanted to, you can go to 100,000 ISO, but I wouldn't recommend it, because generally when you start boosting ISO above 6400, the colours start to fall out, and basically your performance on the ability to capture good colour is reduced significantly when the ISO goes beyond a certain range. So but if you're after something that can do weddings, that sort of thing, basically you can't go wrong with the 5D. It's a fantastic camera, and I believe the Mark IV is a little step up. Personally, I don't think the Mark IV is really worth the price in regards to the actual features that have actually been put onto it. So I would recommend the EOS 5D if you need full frame, but you don't have a lot of money, such as the 1DX, which the Mark 1 is selling for around $3,000. I'll show you the 1DX in a minute, but the Mark II version of it is around $6,000. Anyway, I just wanted to discuss the 5D, so let's move on to the 1DX. Moving on to the flagship. This is the Canon EOS 1DX. There is a Mark II version out, which I believe is selling for at least twice the amount. But £3,899 will buy you the Canon EOS 1DX with its 18.1 megapixel. This is actually different to the other ones I've shown you in terms that it's a full frame sensor, and basically you can still achieve what you can with the 7D in terms of its frame rate, ranging from 12 frames per second to 14, but you know, it is a more durable body. But a lot of people underestimate the 1D bodies and think they can get on with the cheaper ones. The thing you've got to keep in mind is when you put a battery in one of these 1D bodies, they last forever. Many times I've had one of the cheaper cameras, such as my 600D and my 7D, and I run out of battery power. You know, in a full day, you know, 2 batteries are dead basically. But with this particular camera, you're likely to not run out of battery power, even if after using it for 3 days solid. So it's a fantastic camera if you need something that can basically achieve long running times basically. So that's my rundown of the cameras that I think you should take a look at, and thank you for watching.